Hi, girls and boys. Welcome back for another day of our Read Aloud. We started reading Young Cam Jansen and the Library Mystery. What I'm going to do is just give a brief summary of what has happened so far in chapters 1 and chapter 2. It started off with Cam, Eric, and Cam's father. They were in the library and they were checking out some books. They ran into their friend Jason while there, and we learned that Cam loves reading mysteries. Jason had asked Cam, and Eric also, hey, have you guys read this book? Is it any good? And Cam said, oh my goodness, it's my favorite book. And she told him the whole story from her memory because she has such an amazing memory. And then they decided, it's getting ready time for us to leave because we have to go to the supermarket. So they went to find Cam's dad to say, hey, we're ready to go whenever you are. So they left the library. They checked out their books first. Then they left the library. They got to the supermarket, and Cam's dad realized that he lost his shopping list. He didn't have it with him. So some of you were doing a great job with making some predictions about where you think the shopping list could possibly be. And I saw some great connections that you made about sometimes when you went to the supermarket with your parents and maybe you left your shopping list at home and what you did. So good job with those connections with the story. Okay, we're going to continue reading. We're up to chapter 3, and it's called That's Where I Was. Eric said, maybe Cam remembers what is on the list. Well, that's such a good idea because she has such a great memory. Maybe she has it up in her head. Cam shook her head and said, no, I never really looked at it. I know I had it this morning, Mr. Jansen said. I remember putting it in my shirt pocket. We need lettuce and tomatoes, Cam said. Mom wants to make a salad. Yeah, but there was a lot more on the list, Mr. Jansen said. It was a very long list. I looked at it when I was in the library. Mr. Jansen checked his pockets again. He took out some coins, keys, and his wallet. Eric said, maybe it's in your wallet. Mr. Jansen looked in his wallet. He didn't find the list. Mr. Jansen turned. He pointed to the front of the store. That's where I was when I first looked for the list. Maybe it fell out of my pocket. A worker was sweeping the front of the store. Eric ran to him. Did you find a long piece of paper? Eric asked. It's our shopping list. I found lots of papers, the man said. That's why I'm sweeping. Did you find one right now and right here? Mr. Jansen asked. The man stopped sweeping. He rubbed his chin and said, I really don't know. I don't look at what I sweep up. I just sweep everything into that corner. Later, I put it all in the trash bin. It must be over there, Eric said. He pointed to the corner. That's where we'll find the shopping list. So there's the new character here, the man sweeping at the supermarket. And then there's Eric finding the pile that the man swept up to the corner. Now, do you think maybe that shopping list is going to be in that pile? I don't know. And that's where the chapter ends. So tomorrow we'll have to read the next chapter. Maybe they'll find their list in the pile. Maybe not. I don't know. What do you think? Please respond on Blooms with some of your predictions. But also I have a couple book talk discussion questions for you to do. And it actually goes along with our reading lessons for today. What I want you to do first, after you make your predictions about if you think the shopping list is in that pile, the first question I want you to think about is, do you think a character in the story is going to learn a lesson and explain your answer? Because characters are usually learning a lesson in a story. A lot of times authors create these stories for the reader to learn a lesson, and also one of the characters learns the lesson also. So try to think about what lesson you think one of these characters will learn in the story. The second question I want you to do is to think back at the other Cam Jansen books that we read. One was Young Cam Jansen and the Missing Cookie, and the other one was Young Cam Jansen and the Lost Tooth. I want you to, again, to think if any of the characters in those books learned a lesson, because good readers always pay close attention and think deeply about books. And a lot of these books have lessons to learn. So think about the lessons learned in the old books, and also think about the lesson that one of the characters in our new book might learn by the end of the story. I can't wait to see and read all of your responses. You guys are doing such a great job at home with these books. Keep up the good work. And tomorrow we will be back with chapter 4 of our Young Cam Jansen book. Can't wait to see what happens. I'm so excited. Enjoy the rest of the day, boys and girls, and rock on. Bye.